I don't want to be fat anymore.
Two studies out today that draw the same disturbing conclusion. Americans are not winning their battle against obesity. One study found that obesity rates for adults actually rose in 28 states this year. Only the District of Columbia showed a decline.
Yes, obesity is quite common in most of the developed countries and is spreading like an epidemic all over the world. Not just in America, it's majorly because of high consumption of sugars. We saw in the last video called Freaking Fat Part 1, how sugar was responsible for modern obesity. Now, here is the science, why low-fat diet could not reduce obesity. When people became more conscious about the fats, food industries could not sell their products with high amount of fats, so they reduced the fats, but their products could not taste good. In order to make their products taste good, added huge amount of sugars in place of fats. So now we must understand what's in the sugar which is causing this epidemic. Sugar contains equal volume of glucose and fructose. Everybody knows that glucose is a very good source of energy. Yes, it is. It's the most preferred form of energy by our body. All the organs depends on it. 80% of glucose is consumed by different parts of the body, which includes the brain, the heart, the lungs, the digestive system, and many other. And if you don't give glucose, body can produce it, because life runs on it. Now comes the crucial part, what happens to 20% of the remaining glucose? Remaining 20% of glucose hits an organ very important to understand, called liver. Now what happens to the other 50% of the sugars, that is the fructose? Fructose, the other hand, is not like glucose. It cannot be utilized by all the organs. Fructose is 100% taken up by the liver because this has the transporter for it. So as we saw, 20% of the total glucose and 100% of the fructose hits liver. The liver cells contains the energy-producing organ called mitochondria. When high amount of sugars are consumed, the glucose enters the mitochondria, converts to ATP. If this is not utilized, then gets stored as glycogen and then fats. Fructose, on the other hand, enters the mitochondria and gets converted into fats. So higher the sugar intake, higher the glucose and fructose intake, and hence higher is the fat produced within the liver cells. This leads to mitochondrial constipation, causing sickness of the liver. High impact is generated due to heavy consumption of fructose, or in general sugars. All these process leads to one big thing, obesity, which is the main cause for hypertension, diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome, lipid problems. All these health issues are similar to high alcohol consumption. Consumption of high fructose foods is similar to consumption of high amount of alcohol, damaging your liver and consecutively damaging the entire body system. One major fix for all these problems is to reduce sugars in all its different forms. If you like this video, kindly show some love by sharing it with others. Finally, do not forget to subscribe my channel to receive regular videos.
I don't want to be fat anymore.